and lesbian organization of the Witwatersrand delivered a historical statement for lesbians on behalf of the International Gay and Lesbian Human Rights Commission. Now, this conference is known as the most successful lesbian visibility campaign. Now, through a film titled Lesbians Free Everyone, the Beijing Retrospective, she engaged with activists around the world who were behind the campaign. Created entirely online during the lockdown, the film questions what happened then. How far have we come and what more needs to be done to see the true emancipation of women? But to tell us more, we're joined by Dr Bev Ditsie, who is the producer of the film. Dr Bev, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Sims. How are you doing this morning?
I'm great. And good to have you on the show this morning, Dr Bev. First of all, why did you decide to embark on a film that commemorates the 4th World Conference on Women in Beijing? I mean, what's the essence of Lesbians Free Everyone?
I think the film really is, as it says, it's a commemoration. But if you think about it, 25 years ago, we really made history. It was a big deal at the time. All our actions speak for themselves. And we found ourselves, 25 years later, and not many people are talking about this. It didn't make much sense to me because there was quite a lot that we did. And so, you know, it was lockdown, there wasn't much movement, and we were already going to try and meet in different parts of the world as part of 25 years plus Beijing celebrations. And so when the lockdown happened, it just made sense to connect. And while we were all connecting, I just thought, wait a minute, we've actually got everything we need to tell the story. And so, you know, I embarked on a journey to tell the story.
And in your quest to tell that story, take us through how the film came to life. I mean, considering that it was done during the lockdown, how easy or how hard was it to get hold of the activists featured?
It was a combination. The fact that the whole world was under lockdown was almost serendipitous for me, because that meant that there was a little bit more access to people because people were sitting down, working from home. Really, the only thing that would have stopped me, and that was a little bit difficult, was the internet connection. There are some parts of the world where the connection was difficult, and so you can actually see that the quality is not as one would filmically like to have it. But I am really about telling the story by hook or by crook. And so we made a plan, and I kept making sure that, you know, we keep re-interviewing until, you know, we got as best as we could.
You know, Dr. Bev, this film looks at how things are now and how things were back then. So how do you think things have progressed in the equal rights of women, particularly lesbian women?
I think it's a very intricate question to answer. On the one hand, I'm finding myself doing a lot of mainstream media, talking to you, Sims, on a Sunday morning, and feeling like, wow, 25 years ago, say 30 years ago is also celebration of Pride. 30 years ago, on a morning exactly like this one, I appeared on national television talking about the exact same issue, and the very next day there were people coming to my home to come and murder me. And here I am on mainstream media I don't have that fear that by having this conversation with you on a Sunday morning, something bad is going to happen to me. That's how far we've come. I think your earlier report also spoke of the Methodist Church. I mean, that is the back and forth with that, because I thought that they retracted the statement. And we've kind of been keeping tabs on that. But it's incredible that these particular conversations are happening. But at the same time, we are, you know, world number 1, number 2 in terms of femicide and rape and the discrimination and violence against the feminine. You know, and so it's a kind of a toss-up between the two. Lesbians are still being murdered. People are still being discriminated in all facets of their lives. And so we keep moving forward and then moving backwards. So it's a very interesting space to be.
In as much as we have made progress in terms of recognizing the rights of the LGBTQI community, but then do you think that their issues or their rights are given enough attention in as much as we talk about, gender-based violence? And do you think that the issues of the LGBTQI community is given the attention in the same breath?
No, I don't think so. I think we have wonderful laws in our country. We have laws that protect the poor. We have laws that protect the workers. We have laws that protect Black people. We have laws that protect women, that protect children. We just don't have access to these laws.
Okay. You are the chairperson of the gay and the lesbian organization of the Witwatersrand, aptly known as GLOW. What is your core duty as the person who leads this organization?
The organization isn't functional anymore since the organization isn't. There are many other wonderful organizations that exist in our country. I could rattle the names off, but we do have other organizations that are operating, that are there catering for the mental well-being of the community, the physical well-being of the community, that work as resource centers. They also need a lot of support. We all need support in order to be able to operate. But also, government promised us a LGBTIQ desk as part of the government. It's been years. We're waiting for this desk. So a lot of promises get made and nothing gets delivered. We're waiting on that.
Okay. Just back to the film, Dr. Bev. I mean, what are some of the topics tackled in the film? And in your view, did it achieve your expectation in terms of the information you are looking to bring across to the public?
You know, I wanted to be the film as a person who is in the entertainment industry, as a filmmaker, as an artist. As much as one wants to inform, you also want to entertain, because the medium requires that, you bring all of yourself in. So I'm excited about the film. We go down memory lane. We remind ourselves and each other of what we went through, because a lot of people don't understand or don't realize that there wasn't just the speech that I made, that there was a whole community of activists that made the speech happen, but we made other actions too. I think, as you see in some of your clips, we had from marches, we had a lesbian tent, we had tribunals, we did quite a lot. And as we go through that journey, you get to understand the mechanics, how it worked, what happened, how it happened, but also the funny and fun things. I mean, as activists, people think all we do is fight and cry. We also have a lot of fun. And you're going to see that. I think the film is inspiring.
And where and how do we see the film then?
The film is launching and premiering at the Soweto Theatre on Sunday, exactly a week from now, on the 18th, starting at 1 with a conversation, as we are also commemorating 30 years of Pride. And then the film itself screens at 4 p.m. and people need to book beforehand. So please look through your social media or my social media at Bev Ditsie, so that you can register, because we are under lockdown regulations level 1. So we do need to limit numbers. And from then on, please look out, because we cannot really plan ahead as much as we would like because of the lockdown regulations. But so at the theatre it is next Sunday, the 18th, starting at 1 p.m. Look out for details.
Dr. Bev, great insights there. Thank you so much for chatting to us this morning. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Thank you. Well, that is Dr. Bev Ditsie talking to us about the film Lesbians Free Everyone, the Beijing Retrospective.